Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two blended Scotch whiskies with age statements. The first is Chivas Regal 12, age 12 years. Got to watch that because sometimes it's just the name of the product, like Dickel number 12. Dickel 12 is not age 12 years. Old Charter 8. Not age 8 years. So you got to watch that. But this one is age 12 years. Introduced in 1938, 40% alcohol. Now, in 1938, when they came out with this, which replaced the original Chivas Regal from 1909, the 25-year age. They do make a 25-year age now, but the original was that. Another thing about this, it used to be about 90 proof, 86.6. Now it's dropped to 80 proof. Happened with a lot of these products. I don't know why. Watered them down. Dewar's used to be 8-year aged, 86.6 proof. Now it's 4-year age. Well, no age statement, but it's 4 years, 80 proof. Dewar's Illegal Smooth in collaboration. Bacardi International, they bought Dewar's. Bacardi International in collaboration with Ilegal Mescal, age 8 years. Tinger says, Dawn Busters. Yep, Dawn Busters. Well, so it should be a pretty close matchup. The Dewar's is sort of bland, but it has a little twang to it with that mezcal finish. It's not aged in mezcal barrels. It's just finished maybe the last few months or even weeks. The Chivas Regal, it's kind of bland. I mean, I scored it a 90 when I reviewed it. Get this foil cap cover off. But I didn't see it. It didn't have any off flavors or off aromas, anything such as that. It's just kind of ho-hum. That's fine. No problem from Chivas Brothers. That's enough. Gold. We did Wildcard Wednesday last night, and I was telling him I got to get off. We went on for an hour. I got to get off because I've got to get ready for Dawn Busters. Next week on Wednesday is wheat beers, any kind of wheat beer. I've already got mine. Dewar's Illegal Smooth. Here we go. John Dewar, John Boy, and Tommy. 3 Ds. Interlocking Ds. The Dewar family. But the Dewar family sold to the Bacardi family, so oh well. It's hard to keep these companies in the family, I guess, unless you pass it to the firstborn son. But that would be considered old-fashioned. But that's why it was designed that way in the biblical days, to keep things in the family, not split it among a million descendants. Of course, the other children would be taken care of, get money and whatnot, but the firstborn son would get the inheritance, just like in England, the firstborn son gets the inheritance. Of course, now they modernized. The firstborn child, man or woman, gets the kingdom. But y'all know me. Okay, I'll put the links for Chivas Regal. Smooth, rich, and generous. I wouldn't call it rich, and I guess it's generous. It's $35 for a bottle. It's a blend of the finest malt and grain whiskeys, matured for at least 12 years, that deliver luxurious honey, vanilla, and ripe apple notes. Because now Chivas likes to fire shots, because blended is better in life and in Scotch. So they're claiming that blended Scotch is better than single malt. But yet they turn right around, and Chivas Brothers sells a whole line of single malts whiskeys like the Glenlivet. So, but they're figuring, they're smart, because they figure most people are not going to really investigate all of that. You're going to have the Chivas Regal people, and they're just going to say, that's right, yeah, blended's better. And then the single malt people are going to be saying, I ain't drinking that stinking rotten Chivas garbage. I'm drinking real Scotch, the Glenlivet, you know, and they don't realize that it's the same people. Dewar's Illegal Smooth is a brand new world product from Dewar's. Sliced green pepper and long whisk of smoke finish. It's a wisp, all right, just a wisp. You pick up a little smoke. I'll get off of those websites. Now, full moon tonight, still dark. Should be getting daylight sooner every day, but and I guess it is heading toward February. So Multi-Monday, they're doing ESBs. I don't know what ESB I'm going to bring. Maybe I'll bring the Foster's Premium Ale. Remember, there used to be Foster's Premium Bitter. It used to be called Foster's Premium Bitter. ESB. But I don't know. Well, I guess it is an ESB because it's 5.5. It's pretty high ABV, just like the Fuller's ESB 5.5. So I'm not going on some big excursion to find it. I know that. Petey. Petey was a pit bull. Petey and grain. That's it. You get a little peat, a little of that soil, you know, the compost, and then a lot of cereal grain like corn, and the bread dough, and then it's just, that's it. It's just simple. Kind of man. It's just simple, basic Chivas Regal. Do I like Chivas Regal? Well, it's fine. It's just sort of bland. Now, the first thing they show on the website is, look at all the cocktails you can make with it. So you think they have a particular focus with it? I think they do. And it's not based on the elaborate flavors, even though they talk about how luxurious it is. And all, yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Now, your counterpoint might be, but maybe your tasting ability and aroma ability is not very good. And you can't pick up all those intricate flavors and aromas that they're talking about. That could be true. Could be true. It was definitely true a month ago when I couldn't smell or taste anything, but that passed. It's kind of irritating, though, doing that really spicy holiday beer from Trader Joe's, and now I couldn't smell anything, but like cold water is like a sensation of cold water. And my daughter was saying, it's overspiced, it's overspiced. And I'm thinking, can't even taste it. So irritating. This one has a little twang to it, like a malt liquor twang you get with beer. It's hard to describe. And I put that in my mind. Honey top white bread crust. And then Dewar's is talking about green pepper, bell pepper. Yeah, I'm getting that. I need to get some bell pepper. I don't need to, but I want to. I'm always using onion, which of course I like onions, but I feel bell pepper deprived at this time. All right, so on aroma, the appearance is the same, gold, right? So that's nothing to worry about. I think I poured a little bit too much Chivas and not enough Dewar's, but I can't adjust it now because what if I'm got them mixed up? You know, what if I'm not right? And I think the Dewar's got the little twang from the mezcal and the twang, and that's what's giving it that. Okay, let's go to the taste. Cheers to your tasting. And there is smoke. Not a lot, but it's there. Definitely there. Like you get with the 100 Pipers. Very similar to 100 Pipers, except it's 12-year age. Smooth. 100 Pipers would be a little rough. It's only aged 3 years. There is a 12-year age 100 Pipers, but try finding it. I've never been able to. So apparently they're using some Speyside single malt in here. Yeah, there's not a lot of compost in the taste, just in the nose. Huh. Interesting. Nice. Is the Chivas Regal worth $34? I think someplace they have it 28, but you'd be hard pressed to find it for that. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Michael Komarov's got an unopened bottle of the old 86.6 proof. He's not a whiskey guy. He'll probably never drink it. I said, man, to myself, you reminded me of my friend David. Got all these things and he never drank them. It's like, well, why do you have all this? But I told him, I don't care if you've got boxes and boxes full of old beer. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me. It just seemed wasteful because it's all old. Now we tasted one the other day. It tasted so old and bad. I said, man, this stuff it's gone. It's gone. It's dead. You saved it too long. To me, beer is for drinking, not saving. Now, whiskey and gin and rum and all, it'll last for decades. Okay, that's different. But beer, I buy beer and I drink it. I don't put it in a museum. I don't make it an artifact. I'm just blowing through it. Not, in a hurry, but I'm sure not sitting on it. No way, Daddy. Oh, I saved some beer a while back, 5 years, just to see what happened to it, Bigfoot and all of that. Was very nice, but you could still taste it was old. And I don't see the benefit of it. But you want to do it. If you want to do it, go ahead. People say, I got Fuller's Vintage Ale from 1999. That's good. It's great. Havana's great, but I'm not doing it. Okay. Cheers, Ron, says Dr. Frosty Brother. Cheers to you. So don't expect any aged beer videos on this channel. Coming from my source. Maybe David's got some. But man, if I was him, and I'm not, I'd be blowing to that museum so fast, it wouldn't last 2 more months. But different strokes for different folks and whatnot. Well, maybe I'm confused right now. Because this one's tasting like Dull City. You ever been to Dull City? It's just cereal grain, little sugar sweetness like from corn. Makes sense. Smoke, nah, forget it. Compost, peat, nope. It doesn't really have any particularly defining qualities. It tastes like regular old blended Scotch. And I'm not saying that as a negative or pejorative, but it's just what it tastes like. I mean, you can get $10 bottles taste like this. So why pay 34? See, that's the issue. I'm not an anti-Chivas Regal person. I'm not hostile towards it. I have no axe to grind with it and so forth. But on the other hand, I just don't see what you're getting aside from smoothed out. Now it's smooth. You get a 3-year age like Highland Mist. Yeah, it's going to be rough around the edges. This is smooth. So if 12 years, you want to, but then if you're going to turn around and mix it, say, I'm making a cocktail. Well, why are you paying 34 when you could get one for $9? That's my issue. But it's pretty. I mean, it looks pretty on the shelf. Got a pretty bottle. Aesthetically, it's nice. Got the little shield and everything. Been around since 1801. Well, Chivas has when they opened their grocery store. It became a Scotch company later, but then there's a big, there's a little essay on the back. If you want to read that. There's sometimes these bottles, they have like an entire essay on the back. I was not thrilled with Chivas Regal when I tried it the first time. I gave it a 90, and I was pushing it A-. I wasn't thrilled with it later on, and I'm not thrilled with it now. To me, the main descriptor of Chivas Regal is that it is dull. Now, the Mitsunara got a lot more character. All right. That's the specialty one. That's probably not going to stay around much longer, but I could be wrong. Do I plan to try the Chivas 13 and the Chivas 18 and the Chivas this and that, all those expensive ones? Yes, I do intend to try those. If they're not that great, okay, oh well, too bad. I spent money. Oh well, I'll survive, maybe, probably. David Cassidy says Ron. Ron, okay, hello, thanks. So I was mixed up. This is the Dewar's with the honey top white bread crust, the wisp of smoke, like they say, and the bell pepper. So that company gives a very good descriptor. It's like exactly the way they describe it. And it's only $20. $20 minus 4 cents. No, minus a penny, $19.99. $20 minus a penny. I think Mathern's had it for $21.99, $2 more. That makes sense because they're not going to discount stuff down to the Total Wine and More level. Total Wine's just using a very aggressive pricing, probably trying to undermine local stores. Well, you know, that's competition, I guess. I'm up a bit early today. Yeah, I got up at 2:43. I was going to lay there till 2:45, and I was like, man, I'm tired of laying here. I was sleeping fine till around 1:50. I started kind of stirring about in the bed. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to sleep. I need rest. But it was kind of off and on, you know, after that. But I feel good. Oh, the sugar sweetness is starting to come in now. All these whiskeys taste like candy, which I'm not in love with, but they taste like sugar. Now, you think rum is sugary? It is. It's made out of sugar. It ought to be. But these whiskeys would be sugary. Yeah, they taste like candy. You say, well, they're mostly corn syrup, sweet corn, candy, sugar. Yep, that's right. You are exactly right. And I'm not in love with that. And I know the brandy is made from grapes. They're sugary too. But the good thing about brandy is it's cut with that tannin, you know, grape skins. It gives it that bitterness, which helps ameliorate the overriding kind of off-putting sweetness. Morning, dude, says 7S. Good morning to you. Mine's a very similar story in the wake-up scenario, says David. Yeah. All right. So this is the Dewar's, and I think it wins. And it's really a big winner. It's really a big winner when you're saving $14. I mean, if you can save $14 and get something that's better, yeah, it's aged 4 years less. And oh, well, too bad, because it tastes better to me. Sorry. Chivas Brothers. So this is D Dewar's. Better be. Yep, D for Dewar's. Ha, ha, ha. Well, I've gotten it right most of the time because Dewar's intricate little qualities, no, not intricate, let's say unique qualities, come shining through because it shows their true colors. Their true colors. All right. And all of that. All right. Poor old Chivas Brothers. I bet you their highfalutin ones are really good though. But then on the other hand, Dewar's got highfalutin ones, $200 bottles, $250 bottles. They might be fantastic also. Yeah. Chivas Regal. It's just bland. Can I say it's bland? You never heard me say anything about off flavors, off-putting, weird, strange, unusual, aberrant. I didn't say anything about that. I just said it's bland. And really, most beer I try is bland, craft or otherwise. I'm serious. Macro, middle crow, and micro. The biggest thing I notice with beer is just be bland. Oh, you say, but that's made with peanut butter and chocolate. That one's made with strawberry and raspberry and chocolate. That one's made with this. That one's made with that. Okay, fine. But if you notice, those flavors will fade after the first couple of sips, and then you just have a beer base. Oh, wow. The only ones that really hold their flavor is those sugary FMB, flavored malt beverages, you know, the junk, so to speak. The Mike's Harder, the Seagram Spiked, the Smirnoff, Seagram's Escape, I'm sorry, Spiked. Smirnoff, hard ones, you know, the Four Locos, which are all artificial, you know, that's really flim flam stuff. Even though it's artificially flavored and it tastes like it is fake and it tastes fake. It's like Dolly Parton, you know, everything about it is fake. But yet, still in all, they'll hold their flavor throughout the sip, throughout the drinking. They'll hold the flavor. And I think that's because they're using that odorless, colorless malt base. The craft ones, they're not using an odorless, colorless malt base. They're just using like Imperial Stout. Say like with the willetized stout thing. So what happens is that the beer base, which is flavorful on its own merits, starts to overwhelm the added flavoring. You know, the fudge coffee, which is artificially flavored, KBS, thank you very much. You know, so that it's almost like its own purity undermines its gimmickry. You see what I'm saying? Its own purity undermines its gimmickry. So then you may as well just buy the breakfast stout. You know, Founder's Breakfast Stout. It's cheaper. Just buy Old Rasputin without all the party favors. If you're going to buy a gimmick, just go full bore with the, you know, with the whole corrupted concept. Just get the Mike's Harder, you know, at least, or the original Club Tails. At least the original Club Tails and Mike's Harder is, and the juice, JOOSE juice, is naturally flavored, right? Something to think about. I mean, some people get very defensive. I always used to pronounce it Dewars. Yeah, I didn't know what it was either, but I saw people saying Dewars, and then I saw some videos produced by Dewars, so then I knew it was Dewars. Well, how do, Ronaroo? I'm fine. About to go walk. Here comes the train. What's a good cheap dessert stout like chocolate? Mackerel. Well, I don't know, because I don't know any of them that are cheap. I know some good expensive ones like KBS Mackinac. Good cheap ones, dessert ones. Guinness Foreign Extra Stout is mid price. You can get a 4-pack for $8.99, and that's a good deal. And that's a great one. It's better than it's probably as good or better than those other gimmicks because it's got no flavoring added. Oh no chocolate. Till I found out the correct pronunciation. Kansas City Southern, right on time. Yep. Going eastbound. They're rolling too. Keep the mother rolling. Now, sometimes they'll stop right there. That's a switching track. They'll leave part of the train there. Then another one will come along and pick it up, go the other way. I don't know what their coordination is, but they got it worked out. There's dispatchers were with a load of iron ore. I don't think I've seen that around here. Mostly around here, they would have like chemicals, tanks, you know, tanker, and then container cars with anything, you know, any kind of thing. What's on the menu this morning? It says Drewski Brewski. Oh, I had Chivas Regal 12 versus Dewar's Illegal Mescal, Legal Smooth. I'm enjoying a Joseph Howling Gourd's Pumpkin Ale. Yeah, I saw your video. Yeah, that's a good one. That's actually a very good one, and it's strong too, like 7.5. It's really got a lot of punchiness. That's a great one, actually. So anyway, Dewar's wins again. Tomorrow, meaning later today, because I'm not gonna have time. I would have time tomorrow, but I'm not gonna feel like doing it. Believe me, I'm just not. I want to get it out the way, so to speak. So for Friday, meaning later today, I'm gonna do. I'm planning to do Dewar's Illegal Smooth versus Chivas Mitsunara. Mitsunara from 2014 versus the Illegal Smooth from 2019. So that'll be a showdown, and that could really be a challenge, a real challenge, because they're similar in a way. That Mitsunara Japanese oak finish with some of the whiskey, kind of. I still think I'll be able to tell them apart, but it'll be a challenge. That's why it's a taste challenge. I can't believe what a low score it has. Yeah, that's a joke. You know why? Because they say Trader Joe's, they automatically score it low. People are very prejudiced and biased. So, anything, if they know it's from Trader Joe's, automatically they're going to start talking about how no good it is. But if it's from some craft beer company, that one of their pet companies that they have some kind of fixation upon or attachment to, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. I've noticed that. That's like where I am with Hercules and DuPont chemical facilities nearby, says David. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm only 2 miles from DuPont, and there's a Chinese company that owns half the plant now. They do the neoprene, very toxic, dangerous. The rubber on your shoes, the neoprene. What's the name of that company? Doesn't matter. They're always getting in trouble with the Environmental Protection Agency. I say get in trouble. It's probably just like a show where they make it look like they're really cracking down on them. But it was DuPont Dow Chemical, but it's DuPont. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Gore. Trader Joe's is great. I'm sorry, people. Right. People are jealous. That's the real reason they're jealous. And they can't believe that a craft beer could be $1.08 a bottle and be great. They're mad because they paid $5.50 a bottle for something that's maybe better. Maybe better. And so they're going to automatically start attacking it. Oh, well, tough. Go pay your big money, and me and Beerhound will pay our little money and get the same amount of enjoyment. Ha ha.